everybody, and yes, we are here with a special guest inside the studio, Vicky Martinez from the first season of The Voice. Vicky, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you very much for coming. You look like you're all smiles and everything. Where'd you just come from?
We came from Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
We had a pit stop last night in Winnemucca.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
And we just came this morning, from Winnemucca.
And how long have you been on this little promotional tour?
It's been about 2.5 weeks. We left. I released the song on The Voice last week,
right.
May 1st, and then immediately the next morning we left and started the radio tour.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
A little background about you, some things that people may not know about you. You're originally from Tacoma, Washington.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And some of the research that I said you hit the stage first like when you were 16, but I'm sure that you've probably been performing way before then. I mean, what's your background?
I've definitely been in music, since I was a young one. I started playing violin when I was about 5 or 6, and when I was around 12, picked up the guitar, and after I wrote my first song, I was just like, okay, I think this is what I want to do. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, the experience with The Voice, how was that? How was that being part of the television competition?
Well, at first it was something I think that a lot of people are a little bit, when you already, write your own music and have been doing your own thing, you can be a little reluctant to, making it on a reality show.
Right.
And it's like, I got to this point where I was just like, whichever way I can show, be myself and have a platform to, let people know who I am and be introduced to new fans, like, of course. And I made sure that I was just gonna stick to my guns on the show, and they made it easy for everyone on the show. They they don't want to compromise who you are, which is really great.
Now you got paired up with CeeLo Green, right?
Yes.
Now, was that your first choice?
Yes, it was,
Okay.
actually, and I kind of got a little sidetracked when Christina turned around because it was really, it was unreal, like this, she is like, to me, the voice,
Right.
and so to have her turn around for somebody like me, I was like, wow, this is amazing, so, but I stuck to my guns there and stayed with CeeLo.
That's good. Now, when you guys were doing the show, I mean, was it all just strictly music and competition? I mean, were there any sort of like behind the scenes antics going on, practical jokes? I mean, who was one of the funnest people, to be working with?
Well, I think everybody knows, like, and if you follow his Twitter a lot, Blake Shelton is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
He was hilarious with all of us. I mean, when we kind of got later in the game, he took us to dinner and just had a good time with us. And we weren't even on his team, but he was so blessed to be on the show, and he was excited about it that he just had us all, hang with him and be in that excitement with him. Like, oh, and there's a picture of him right there.
Oh, you've seen it on the screensaver. There you go.
Wow.
Okay, now you're going to perform a song for us today.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Come Along?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yes, of course.
This is my stripped down version of Come Along, and CeeLo sends his love. He couldn't make it, so
All right.
I'll sing his part for you.
Okay, sounds good.